Hi guys, you're welcome to today's class, still on motion and indeed still on physics. Today we have a very important topic, or problem rather, still on motion. We have here that a ball is thrown vertically upwards from down to up with a velocity of 40 meters per second. Question is calculate A, the maximum height reached, B, the time to reach the maximum height, and C, the time to reach the ground. This is actually a WAEC question. Let me try to see how the board will contain the whole problem. Okay, now, like I always say, when a problem is given, you try to sort out or write out things that are given, the parameters that are given. With that, you will be able to know the exact equation, the exact formula to use rather. Okay, and let's see what we're given. Say the ball is thrown vertically upwards with a velocity of 40 meters per second. Remember, this velocity term is initial velocity, which is u equals to 40 meters second. I just try to use this so that the board will contain the whole problem. We also have acceleration due to gravity. Remember, it is thrown upwards. If you encounter acceleration due to gravity, which will be a negative force on it, the 10 meters per second square. So that thing are we given? Okay, the velocity is not given, and the height with which the ball got to is not also given. Now, from this, we can know the particular equation to use. Now, let's say A, let's say we use, okay, position A, we say V square equals to U square minus 2GY. Now, reason for the minus, the ball is thrown upwards against gravity. So it's acting against the force of gravity. Now, inputting substituting the values, we have here that V square is not given, presented as 0, equals to initial velocity is 40 square minus 2 times acceleration due to gravity is 10 multiplied by y in the height to which the ball got to. This is cancelled. 40 square is 1600 minus 2 times 10 is 20, and 20 times y is 20y. Therefore, this will go over to this side, this will remain. We now have minus 1600 equals to minus 20y. Therefore, y will be minus 1600 over minus 20. Minus will cancel minus. Y being the height would be 80 divided by 1600 divided by 20 will be 80 meter. Now, that is A. Now, B, they said the time to reach the maximum height. Now, the time to reach the maximum height will still be, let's employ V equals to U plus GT. Remember, as it is a vertical motion. Now, V is not still given, equals to initial velocity, still 40 as given, plus, sorry, this is minus because it's going up to down. 40 minus acceleration due to gravity, which is 10 times the time given t, which is now equals to 40 minus 10t. Therefore, t will be equals to minus 40 over minus 10. Therefore, t will be equals to 4 seconds. Now, the third one, sorry, I think I should wipe this to get space. I don't need. Now, the third one said the time to reach the ground. Remember, it was taken up to turn up, got to the maximum height at a particular time to reach the maximum height. Now, what time will it take to get back to the ground for gravity to act on it? That is what we are to calculate now. Now, let's use that, let's say C, let's use that V square is equals to U square plus 2GY. Now remember, it has gotten to the maximum height. Now it is time for gravity to act on it to get to the ground. That is why there is no minus here, because right now it is acting in the direction of gravity. This could be confusing. This is a WAEC question. You should have to understand all these basic things, otherwise you will solve wrongly. Now, V square equals to, remember, it got to a particular height and now going down. At that height, the initial velocity becomes 0 square plus 2. Gravity at that point becomes 10 times the height that was given before, or saw before, which is 80 meter. This is almost done. V square equals to, if you multiply 2, this is already 0, multiply 2 by 10 by 80, it will give you 1600. Therefore, V equals to 1600, and V here will be equals to 40 meter per second. However, this is the velocity. We'll still calculate the time that will actually take to get to the ground, which is still V equals to U plus GT. Therefore, the velocity here is 40 meter equals to, the initial velocity at that height is not given, refer to it as 0, plus acceleration due to gravity is 10 times t. Therefore, 40 equals to 0 plus 10 times t will be 10t. Therefore, the time here will be equals to 40 over 10. And 40 over 10, t will be 40 over 10 will be equals to 4 seconds. As simple as that. Thanks for watching, and watch out for more problems in motion and indeed in physics. Bye.